Beautiful beaches, tropical rainforest, colorful historic streets, incredible food, and Caribbean weather in the middle of December. We came here during Christmas and had only a few days to explore the island. This is our 4-day trip through Puerto Rico. Let's get started. Our first day in Puerto Rico was mostly about arriving, getting settled, and exploring the area where we would stay in for the next few days. This was our hotel, Embassy Suites by Hilton, Dorado del Mar Beach Resort. Dorado is west of San Juan, and we chose it as our base for the trip. Since we were planning to explore different parts of Puerto Rico, it gave us a comfortable place to return to after spending the entire day of the road. Let's take a look around. The resort itself had a very relaxed atmosphere, palm trees, pools, tropical landscaping, and most importantly, we were close to the ocean. After traveling most of the day, we didn't want to make any big plans. We simply explored the hotel, walked around the property, and started getting familiar with the area. And because this was December, Christmas decorations were already everywhere. And today we had a very simple plan. Find a good beach and stay there. We didn't have to go very far. We found Balneario de Dorado, a public beach in Dorado. And this looked like a pretty good place to spend the day. One of the things I like about this beach was its relaxed, local feeling. This wasn't about spending the day at the private resort beach. We couldn't simply come here, find a spot, get into the water and enjoy Puerto Rico. And that's exactly what we did. Warm water, palm trees, sunshine, and absolutely no reason to rush anywhere. But there was one thing I definitely want to do here: fly the drone. And this is what Dorado looks like from above. From the ground, you see the beach, but from the air, you really begin to appreciate the coastline, the different colors of the water, the palm trees, and the Caribbean stretching out into the distance. Sometimes it's better not to say anything, just enjoy the view. Eventually, after spending most of the day at the beach, we were starving. While looking for somewhere to eat, we found a place called Katrina. It looked casual, local, and exactly like what we need after spending hours at the beach. The next morning we traded the beach for something completely different. Today we were heading into the rainforest. This is Yunque National Forest. And almost immediately Puerto Rico started to look completely different. One of the most fascinating things about this island is how much the landscape can change within a relatively short distance. Yesterday we were sitting on a sunny beach in Dorado. Today we were surrounded by tropical rainforest. El Yunque is the only tropical rainforest in the United States National Forest System, and it's one of Puerto Rico's best-known natural attractions. But statistics don't really explain what it is like to actually be here. It's humid, It's green, and everywhere you go, you hear the forest around you. Water, birds, insects, wind moving through the trees. We planned to spend most of the day here, so we started walking and exploring. Some parts were easy, others required a little more effort. And in the humidity, it doesn't take very long before you realize you're getting a real workout. But then you reach another point, or another beautiful part of the forest, and you forget about being tired. This was a completely different side of Puerto Rico from what we would seen so far, and that's exactly why we want to come here. After spending most of the day hiking, we were tired and ready to get into the water. Our next stop was Luquillo Beach. We weren't planning another full beach day. We just wanted to swim, relax for a little while, and take some photos before heading back. And after hiking through El Yunque, this felt amazing. And yes, the drone came out again. Because if Luquillo looked this beautiful from the ground, I wanted to see what it looked like from the sky. This is Puerto Rico, rainforest on the side, the Atlantic and Caribbean water around you. We went for a walk along the main road without really knowing where we were going to eat, and that's when we found La Parrilla. The restaurant had exactly the kind of atmosphere we were looking for. Casual, lively, and a good place to try some local flavors. And this was a very good ending to day 3. And suddenly it was already our 4th day in Puerto Rico. Today beaches and rainforest were taking a back seat because we are going back in time. Welcome to Old San Juan. And we are starting with one of Puerto Rico's most famous landmarks, Castillo San Felipe del Morro. Even before you enter the fortress, the scale of this place is impressive. El Morro stands at the entrance to San Juan Bay, overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. The Spanish began constructing the fortress in the 16th century to protect San Juan and its strategically important harbor. Over the following centuries, it continued to expand into the massive defense structure we see today. Walking inside feels like stepping into another period of Puerto Rico history. Stone corridors, ramps, old defensive positions, narrow passageways, and walls that have been standing here for centuries. Then you look through one of these openings and see the Atlantic Ocean. It's easy to understand why this location was so strategically important. From here, you could watch ships approaching San Juan from far out at sea. Today, instead of soldiers watching the horizon, people come here from all over the world to explore the fortress and experience a piece of Puerto Rico history. And there is a lot of explore. We spent quite a bit of time walking through the different levels, rooms, tunnels, and outdoor areas. But eventually it was time to leave the fortress, because there was still a lot more of San Juan to see. And this is where Old San Juan completely changed character. You got from massive stone fortification to street filled with color. Blue, yellow, pink, green, orange, pastel-colored building everywhere. Old wooden doors, balconies, shops, restaurants, narrow streets, and something interesting around almost every corner. We didn't really need a destination, we just walked. And Old San Juan is perfect for that. Sometimes when you travel, you feel like you always need to be going somewhere, a museum, a landmark, a restaurant, but here, walking through the city was part of experience. Every street looked a little different, every block gives us another photo opportunity, and because we were visiting during Christmas, the city had even more character than usual. Eventually, we reached one of the main plazas, and there it was, a huge Christmas tree. Christmas in Puerto Rico. It feels very different from Christmas back home. No snow, no freezing temperatures, no heavy winter coats. Instead, palm trees, warm weather, colorful buildings, music and Christmas lights. Puerto Rico has a strong Christmas tradition, and during the holiday season, San Juan becomes especially lively. By late afternoon, more and more people start filling the streets, and as the sun went down, the Christmas lights started coming on. As evening arrived, we thought our day was slowly coming to an end, but Puerto Rico had one more surprise for us. While walking through San Juan, we noticed a crowd gathering. Then we heard music. There was a stage, light, and local performers. We had accidentally found a live Christmas event. That felt like the perfect ending to our Puerto Rico trip. And for days? Definitely not enough. There is still so much of this island we haven't seen. So I don't think this is goodbye to Puerto Rico. It's probably see you next time. Thanks for traveling with us. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel.